Hi everyone, it's me Lindsay with EquipMeOT here today to talk about showering or bathing following a shoulder surgery. Now this could include something like a total shoulder replacement or a rotator cuff repair. And this could even include some common injuries that rely on a sling for the recovery process, like a broken collarbone or a broken scapula. So this is meant to give you some ideas on how to properly shower to keep your shoulder in its proper position, but also feel like you can get yourself completely clean. So I have some suggestions on equipment and some strategies that will hopefully make that process easier for you. So let's get started. So the biggest consideration when it comes to showering after shoulder surgery is knowing your restrictions. There's a lot of different restrictions, so I'm going to kind of try to cover as many as I can in this video, but certainly know what your surgeon is requiring you to do to properly recover. Make sure you understand that before you go hopping in the shower. One of the first things that they'll recommend is that you do not get a surgical incision fully wet until it has had its sutures or staples removed and the actual incision itself is fully closed and healed. So that typically means no remaining scabs or open oozy areas. Now, that doesn't mean you can't take a shower prior to that. It just means that the incision itself cannot be soaked with water at that point. I have a lot of clients who do choose to take showers fairly early on in their recovery, and we'll simply cover the incision with a bit of plastic wrap and some tape. That will keep the incision dry. Another thing that will really help keep the incision from getting too wet is the use of a handheld shower head. Now, I've talked about handheld shower heads before. I absolutely love them for all recoveries or just to have in your shower. So this one I have a video on how to install, and I'll put a link up above. So with the handheld shower head and the tape covering the area of the incision, you can approach a shower prior to its fully healing. Now, the other consideration is the sling itself. Most physicians or surgeons are going to want you to keep the sling on at all times, with a caveat that some will include that says that you can in fact remove the sling for short periods of time, like during a shower. Now, this is again something you want to clarify, so don't go ahead and assume you can do that without asking first. What I often tell clients is, just to be safe, you may want to consider having a second sling. So this is a really low cost sling that I got from my local pharmacy, $10 or less. And this is meant to keep my shoulder in its proper position throughout the bathing process. And then I will remove this because it'll be wet and replace it with my other sling. So having two slings to go back and forth from, a shower sling and then a regular sling, is a really great idea. I've also added in a little rolled towel in this situation because many slings for shoulder recoveries are going to have the added padding underneath. So simply putting a rolled towel at the same thickness as that padding that was on your sling will give you the proper position so that you can bathe knowing that you're in that proper alignment, so you're not going to cause any trouble with that shoulder replacement or recovery process. Okay, let's talk about some other considerations. I'm going to use a shower chair for this setup, and that's because I don't have any major balance issues. I do have available in this shower a grab bar on the wall, and I'm pretty stable with my transfer. If you have concerns about the stability of your transfer, using a tub transfer bench is an awesome way to make sure that you're stabilized throughout the process. So if you're a little off balance and not having that other arm to support yourself, absolutely default to using a tub transfer bench. Many folks will kind of say, I don't need a seat in the shower. I strongly encourage you to just have one available to you, because it's one of those things that you don't realize you need until you really need it. So definitely have it available behind you. You can stand for the majority of your shower if you so choose, but having a place to sit down, recover some of your energy, if the pain comes up a little bit or you get a little lightheaded or woozy, can be an absolute game changer. So let's talk about some of the shower tools. I do recommend having a long-handled sponge for shoulder replacement recovery because it is difficult to wash under the non-surgical arm or to reach the back when you don't have access to both arms. So having one of these nifty little post-surgical long-handled sponges will really help with that process. So again, you can use that for getting underneath the armpit of the side that was not surgically repaired and get your back or your feet if you're concerned about bending. So that will help a lot with that. Another thing to really be considering is making sure all your containers, your soaps, your shampoos, anything you're going to be using in the shower has a pump top on it. Because you're going to be requiring all of your showering to be done essentially one-handed, the pump top will allow you to get access to your soaps, shampoos, and conditioners without having to use two hands. So that's a really helpful tip. The other thing I like to use, and this is something that I actually picked this up at the dollar store, you can find them on Amazon. With all the products I'm suggesting, I'll have links down below where you can find them in the description, but this will help you to really massage your hair and get a thorough wash one-handed. It sounds easy to get that done, but to be honest, a lot of people struggle with really feeling like they're getting clean when they only have one hand to use. So using something like this, if you have lower dexterity, arthritis, anything like that, alongside trying to recover from a shoulder surgery, can be really helpful. So simply adding this into it, pumping a little bit of shampoo onto it, and using it to massage the shampoo into your scalp will give you a nice, good clean. So in addition to my handheld shower head here, I also have a handheld shower head holder. This one works great with this product. This is suction cup, which works well if you have a smooth surround. They have other varieties that hook onto existing grab bars if you have those in your shower, like I have above in my upstairs bathroom. Or if you have tile and you can't use the suction cup type, they have them that have a double-sided tape on the back of them. Having this available down low for you so that you can get yourself really, really clean without having to sit and stand and sit and stand and try to adjust the water so that it's hitting you just so, makes the process so much easier. So there you have it, some suggestions on how to properly get yourself bathed and clean following a shoulder replacement or shoulder surgery so that you know that you're getting comfortably clean and you're protecting your shoulder from that recovery process. So if you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. And as always, if you need more information on how to stay safe and independent in your home and community, consider subscribing to EquipMeOT. Thank you.